Hello and welcome to another episode here on my channel. My name is Gasmol and today we have the gaming news that Xbox Game Pass has apparently missed their growth goals. This is due to a new financial filling Microsoft filled out, and so those are official numbers. So what happened here? Well, for the past 12 months that ended on June the 30th this year, Xbox Game Pass subscriber growth was up by 37%. And you might say, wow, that's good. That's good. Yeah, but the company had set a 48% growth goal, so they missed their goal by 11%. And this is interesting to multiple factors. First, normally Microsoft is not really telling us exactly what is going on in the Xbox division or at the gaming division in general. Like, the literal information we are getting when we see those numbers is this and that is what Microsoft exactly did. And then as a side note, we have like, oh yeah, gaming division slash Xbox division made that much money. And it's like, okay, how did they make that money? Doesn't matter, they made that money. That's all you have to know. Okay, well, that's a bit odd. But that's what Microsoft is doing because unfortunately, for especially shareholders and investors, gaming is still a side note at those Microsoft calls and financial fillings. It's super weird, but they don't really care too much like how the gaming division is making the money. They're just caring for gaming division makes money. And now you might ask, okay, so why did they put those numbers out? And more importantly, why did they put the information out that they didn't reach the growth goal? Well, there's a reason for that, of course, because since 2019, executives at Microsoft and, of course, Xbox are now getting paid extra if they are reaching certain milestones for the Xbox Game Pass and, of course, like the growth targets. So, by not reaching them, those executives will not probably get paid extra. And I know everyone's like, oh no, yeah, I know, it's tragic. But it's still interesting to see. Also very interesting, if you want to know how much did Xbox Game Pass grow between 2019 and mid-2020, then subs were actually up by 86%, which was exceeding the target of 71%. So you would have assumed that they could reach the 48% growth goal from 2020 to 2021, but they didn't. The reason for that? Well, we can't say for sure, but there are some pointers which could give us an idea what actually happened. Keep in mind, those numbers are from June this year. We are already in October, so the numbers might be up by quite a bit. Second, when they gave out this growth target from 48%, they did that under the assumption that Halo Infinite would release that same year, right? If you remember, Halo Infinite was actually slated to release in 2020 together with the new Xbox generation, and that was probably their goal. So they were pretty happy about the growth goal, and they were like, yeah, 48%, oh yeah, new consoles are coming out, Halo Infinite is coming out on release date, oh, we can totally make 48%, no biggie. And then they had to admit that Halo Infinite will not release that year because they postponed it by a whole year, and well, that the growth target was actually up by 37% is quite impressive when you think about it that way, because Microsoft didn't really had like any first party releases in that said year. Keep in mind, financial year of Microsoft is ending, or the financial year is ending in June. So they didn't had any of their first party titles coming out in that whole year, and still kind of impressive. But doesn't matter too much. They had a growth goal, they didn't reach that growth goal, and that will probably not make the investors very happy, to say the least. Will they talk about it with the next investors call coming up? Probably not. There might be a chance now, because as I said, those numbers are now linked to extra payments, and of course also investors want to know like, hey, what happened there? But normally when it comes to Microsoft investor calls, they don't care for the gaming division. as sad as it is, like most investors ask about Windows or ask about their business division or ask about cloud. Like that's what the investors are interested in, and the gaming division never really get any questions. It's kind of sad to see how even though it's like a big money maker for Microsoft, the gaming division is still like a side note, at least when it comes to the investors. So there might be a chance that somebody is asking a question about this and they want to get an explanation on why they missed those numbers, or they might even ask like, hey, how much Game Pass subscribers do we have right now? Right? That would be really interesting because we still don't have that number. We can do some math here with the growth targets and with the actual percentages we got and the last official numbers in January, and we would end up at around 20 to 23 million subscribers in June, about that number. But it's still more guesswork than anything else. So no, we don't have an official numbers on the Microsoft and the Xbox Game Pass subscribers, which is unfortunate. But hey, maybe at some point. But yeah, that's it. They missed the growth goal by 11%. Was to be expected when they don't really have like any first party releases, which should be very interesting to see what happens this year, because Microsoft has a ton of first target releases. And no, we do not know what the new growth goal is. I assume it might be higher than last year, because as I said, lots of first party titles, and they will probably boost the subscriber numbers. But with that said, I keep you posted if there's anything new coming up for sure. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you're on your way out, I would appreciate if you leave a like. If you didn't like this video for whatever reason, well, there's a dislike button right next to it. And if you're new to the channel, you want to see more gaming news, gaming reaction to gaming events, gameplay, tips and tricks, the whole shebang of gaming, I would appreciate if you might consider to subscribe to the channel. It would help me out a ton. If you do so, please don't forget to ring the bell, because, well, even though you just subscribe to my channel, if you don't ring the bell, YouTube thinks you won't never hear of me ever in your life again, and they will not send you any information that I uploaded a new video. I know it's like, wait, I just subscribed to you, so why wouldn't I want to know when new videos are up? Look, it's a YouTube thing. What can I do about it? It is how YouTube is doing it, so yeah. If you also want to get more gaming news, we are also streaming from Monday to Friday starting at 9 a.m. East Coast time, which is 2 p.m. UK time and 3 p.m. Central European time. And we do that over at trovo.live/chaosmole. And then we also play some video games. Thank you again so much for watching. Stay safe, and I hope I see you next time. Bye bye.